tall, so not the biggest barbarian, but I'm jacked.
It's a hair and braids.
We could put our parents in braids.
Let's if we put it into braids and then we wrapped it around. And then we gave them the flowers. And then when we did this,
May I have another drink, please?
Yes, you may. And he goes over.
put your hands up, it's better!
No. Sarah, roll me a Constitution, saving throw.
Yes, you. I'm gonna fight you.
He's sort of a. You guys know who I am, right?
Yeah. Goggles.
You're
Dr.
Mole?
Robot. Dr. Robot.
What do you do?
Take a moment to try to stop laughing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one.
Why not? It worked again.
Hating on Batman.
And I don't hate Batman for the record. I hate the fandom of Batman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
That's the
that's
issue.
way more people.
It is. It's a
Dang.
lot like actual human beings.
Were you gonna?
You need to rub this crap off your neck and not smell like me, or I will fit off. Just start rubbing his neck and just getting like.
I am fairly certain
urine
it doesn't matter what I smell like at this point.
to a feline. You have wolf's piss on you.
I'm just gonna point at my feline eyes.
I have some kind of...
You've just tuned in. We had the brilliant idea while we were fishing at the Dark Moon Festival.
Oh, jeez.
To do a dungeon with fishing poles equipped. Because why not? And so we drank all of the alcohol in our bags, and we equipped our fishing poles and our aquatic pets, and we went to do a dungeon.
I feel like I need to close out.
So this was the end of our epic tale. What holds for next week as the heroes set sail? We may find more family, we may find where things start. All we know is to follow our hearts. So our heroes set forth to pillage and to wander in the magical continent of wonder. We have one more question. I hope to not blunder. The question for you, dear friends. Do you wonder? Thank you, guys. Indigo Connect. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is. I don't even remember what night it is.
Thursday?
Is Thursday night? Yeah, it's Thursday night, and it is time for a little Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to the Indigo Chameleon. It is your good buddy Scribe. We've welcome to the very first ever Indigo Explorers League one shot. I have created this world of Neverland, and I want to place some new players in it and see how they handle the situation and build upon the lore of the area. So these wonderful, wonderful players that you see before you have volunteered to do as such. And Mike's here too. So we
I was wondering, you said wonderful players. I'm looking around. There ain't nobody here.
those guys canceled, and so then I got these guys. And no, these wonderful players that you see before you are stepping up to the plate, and I'll let them introduce their characters here in a second. Before we get started, though, we have a few announcements. Lots of exciting things happening here on the channel. Tomorrow night here on Indigo Chameleon, we have another episode of our Round the Table 5e game set in Neverland. The group is going to be fighting their first big baddie, big bad creature at level 2. So they're probably going to live. They may not live. So join us for that tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. 8 p.m. Eastern. That's tomorrow night. Saturday night, nothing going on here except for the occasional pop-up WoW stream, so that may happen here on Saturday night. On Sunday, there's going to be something going on. I think it's going to be a sort of Indigo Chameleon and Scribe under the auspice of playing cards, but mostly just hanging out, talking about what 80s movies we think deserve a sequel, and kicking back and
Back to
having...
the Future.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, how great would it? Nope, distracted. Okay, so tune in Sunday night for that. Ferris Bueller stays off, but it's Ferris Bueller's Kids. Matthew Broderick can reprise the role. Anyway, so tune in for that on Sunday. We're going to talk about movies. It's going to be great. Monday night, I don't know what's going to be happening on the channel. You're going to have to stay tuned for that. I had an opportunity come up, so it may be Indigo Chameleon running solo. It may be her and I, and we may try to get a game going. But in order to find out, you can follow us on Discord. All of the most updated schedule stuff happens over on the Discord, plus memes, plus homebrewed items, as Icky was very kind enough to share with us today. And then there's also a play-by-post, which I believe Indigo and Plaster Dragon participate in, run by our very own Gypsy Wolf. It's set in Cirque des Illusions. It's a circus that sort of travels the world, but not everything is what it seems. And, but no experience necessary to play this play-by-post. It's a lot of fun, so join us on the Discord for that. On Tuesday night, we go to Wonderland, again, here on the channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. Another D&D tabletop game where you can hang out with us as the group makes their siege against the Obsidian Palace. They met a guide into the palace named Cedar Williams. He's a small dwarf with a chainsaw for his left hand. Nothing to do with Ash Williams, but Cedar Williams. And he's going to escort the group into the palace. But he apparently got this hand from an artificer named Felrin. And he traded him knowledge of how to make a boomstick. So tune in for that. And that will bring us back around to Wednesday over at the Plaster Dragon. You got anything you want to plug, Plaster Dragon?
Saturday night, Icky V is going to be running a one-shot over at the Plaster Dragon. We're still looking for a couple of players if anyone out there is interested. She's not giving us much detail on what we're going to be playing. She has not asked us to create any characters. She just had us... She had us roll a d6 and said we could name our own character. The only thing she told us was a color. I've been given the color green. That's all I know about my character. So, and the name of the adventure is the Magical Mystery Tour. So if you're interested in joining us, we still have a couple slots open. And I am excited. The last couple of one-shots of hers I played have been very entertaining and interesting. And so... I always have a good time when she DMs. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does to us. I mean, for us. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I would have accepted that or both. Both is good. Great. So please tune in for that and support on Saturday night. And I will try to throw some bits and maybe cause a little bit of havoc if I can from where I'm at. Tonight marks almost the last time where you can win something here on the channel. We are celebrating 500 followers here on Indigo Chameleon, and we are giving away this bad boy. It is the Indigo Chameleon 500 minted coin. We've given one away for every stream we've done this week. There's two more that we have to give away, this one and then one more tomorrow evening. In order to win that coin, you're going to type the word coin into the chat one time and one time only. We will choose a winner to send this bad boy to, and if you're a Dungeons & Dragons player, I've started writing a hopefully appropriate Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory based one-shot.
Because I've got a golden ticket.
With a lich that has started putting bits of his soul into candy. So,
oh my God!
I'm very excited about this. So, and the players of that game will be every single person that has won a gold coin. So, I'm stoked. So don't forget that you can do that. We will be drawing a winner near the end of the show. So I think that's it for all of the announcements. Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Indigo Chameleon. Heroes, you are part of an elite group of adventurers called the Indigo Chameleon Explorers League. This league is comprised of heroes that protect the multiverse from various threats. They are explorers. They are heroes. They are people who like getting paid. They are a ragtag bunch, but the one thing that connects every Indigo Chameleon is heart. Whatever they do so to the fullest extent of their talents, knowing that they usually stand between the threats that not only threaten that particular plane, but all planes and life as we know it. So whatever brought you to Indigo Chameleon, that belongs to you. And as we dive deep and do more of these one-shots, it'll be up to you to reveal that at times that you feel comfortable revealing that. But for right now, all you need to know is you are a group of explorers tasked with going and doing something that most Indigo Chameleons don't ever get the chance to do. You're being tasked with exploring something new. With a group this large and this prolific, magic users are powerful, and your resources are almost unlimited. So you've done what you can to explore the different planes available to you. But something new has opened. And the promise of something new is a call that all 5 of you can't resist. It speaks to you for whatever reason. And you 5 volunteer to go and explore a place where you'll never grow old. Where pixies and pirates and mermaids live in a somewhat precarious harmony. You're going to Neverland. You've done your research, what little there is to know of this place, and the 5 of you are being sent forward. You walk through a portal into an area of Neverland that is a small clearing. You know that you are 3 or 4 miles inland from the beach, but the first thing that you notice as you appear in this clearing is the vibrancy of the colors around you. Wherever your background is, whether you are a traveler or whether you were stayed at home or whatever the case may be, the sounds are a little more crisp. The colors are a little brighter. The sun seems to shine with a radiance that is almost picturesque. And the 5 of you appear in this small clearing, starting with Texas. As we have a camera that sort of pans up, what do they see in Texas?
Well, Texas is a halfling, so she's about 3 foot tall.
Okay.
She's got brown hair, kind of brown eyes. She's, you might underestimate her when you first see her because she's so tiny, but she has got a big personality.
All right.
Oh, no, not really any weapons of sorts. She's got a mandolin on her back. She's got a dagger. You really wouldn't see it. She doesn't use it a lot.
Stream, what do they see when they look at you?
Stream is about 5'4", so she's not super tall, but not super short. She has this bluish skin, like a bluish hue to her skin, and she's got like bluish green hair that seems to like constantly float around her as if she's in water. She's not very good with the whole people thing. So she's a little bit socially awkward, and she kind of is like constantly looking around. And she mumbles to herself a bit in languages that most people don't understand, but it's fine. She doesn't wear shoes. She does not like shoes. She likes to be touching the ground.
I love her. Zavrin, go ahead.
Zavrin is about 5'9", average height, average build. You don't think much to look at him. He has green eyes, wearing a cloak, normal colored clothes, a tan. He seems to almost blend into the crowd when there is a crowd. There's an intensity in his eyes, though, that if you were to look into them, you would notice. He seems very very focused most of the time. But he just hangs with his group, but can blend into the crowd when no one's really paying attention to him. And he has an easygoing manner when he's around his friends. And he's carrying a walking stick. He's got a couple of daggers by his belt, and much like Texas, you forget about them because they don't seem to come out of their scabbards all that often. And that's pretty much him.
It seems perfect for this sort of job. Just sort of unassuming.
Yes.
Great. Paxoran Dekesht.
I, Paxoran Dekesh River Holdalfiax, the mightiest of my brood mates. With every conquest, my fame as well as my name has grown. But you can call me Pax if you would like. Standing at 6'9" and 375 pounds, he is a force to be reckoned with. His burnished brass scales almost seem to absorb the light as opposed to reflect it, and his full plate mail is of the same hue. He has an indigo chameleon emblazoned on his left breast as well as on his shield, and wielding a mighty warhammer. I'm ready for the fray.
Yes. And Flimbin, what do they call you?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
What do they see when they see you, Mr. Tibbs?
Flinbin is a male halfling. Green eyes, brown hair, slightly pale skin. He's 3 foot and a quarter inch tall. 95 years old. And I always have a plan for what to do when things go wrong. I don't pay attention to risks in a situation and never tell me.
That's good. Mike, I would like you to describe your character now, please. If you.
He's basically a diminutive fella. He's kind of like lighthearted.
I love him, Mike. He's perfect for this group. This group comprised of these heroes. You find yourself in Neverland. Like I said before, the stream, you actually feel. Actually, just give me a wisdom roll, stream. Give me a D20 and then add your wisdom to that as your feet are touching the ground. I didn't really account for this, but I love that RP. So,
the +3, so it's 16 because I can math.
Okay. Stream. You're sort of standing there in this grassy clearing, and all 5 of you are sort of looking at each other, and I think some of you are sort of scoping out the horizon, making sure you didn't just land into a potentially dangerous situation. But Stream, you're sort of concentrating on your senses as you reach out to the earth around you, and the earth responds. It almost breathes in and out. It's less that you're walking on the earth, but because you are barefoot, you are almost feeling a heartbeat. It's a comforting feeling. It's like when a small animal lays on your chest and they just sort of like start mimicking your heartbeat. That's what you feel on the earth. Okay? So take of that what you will. Heroes, welcome to Neverland. What would you like to do?
As a note, so coastal areas and forest areas are 2 of my favored terrain. Do I notice, having been familiar with coastal areas, do I notice anything additionally odd about the
Yeah, you know what? Give me a perception check, Flimbin, as you sort of look around the area and you're sort of scoping it out.
Okay, and that allows me to double my
proficiency?
Proficiency, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, dude.
All right, so that's going to be a 24.
Yeah, okay. I'll grant you this, Flinbin. This is your favorite terrain. You're sort of used to walking and exploring in these sort of conditions. It's an odd sensation. You can't place your finger on it until it sort of you sort of cock your head to the side. Then you place your finger on it.
Yes.
The plants all around you are the same age. Like, it's when you're in a forest region, there are trees of various growths and heights and things of that sort. When you hit ground, like, everything's very even with each other. Other than structural damage, it looks like the plants have all grown at the same rate, which is extremely odd.
Are there no like tall trees in the background?
There are tall trees, like where you
they're
are.
all the same. Okay, interesting.
They're all kind of close to the same height.
I'll share that with everybody.
Yeah.
Pax is looking around and as after observing the crew that he's with. This is the first time we've met. Is that my understanding?
I will grant that to you guys. I think you may have run into each other in passing. There's cursory greetings. There's sharing of food. The fact that everyone here is an Indigo Chameleon, you kind of know what they stand for. So there's never a question of like, is this guy going to stab me in the back or anything like that?
Loyalty is inherent.
Loyalty is inherent. But you are a company man right now with the Indigo Chameleon sort of patch, and it's emblazoned on the shield. Like, there is no mistaking that Pax stands for the ideals.
Well, while getting familiar with the area, I'm kind of scoping out if there's anything edible, anything that could be thrown in a pot, and kind of looking around for something that we might be able to prepare a meal with.
Sure, yeah, Pax. You guys are all watching as Pax sort of like sets out from the little group and starts. You looking high? You looking low?
Actually, I'll be looking at everyone just doing some foraging, maybe some taters and berries, anything, even some small game trails that I might be able to set up a snare on.
Sure, I like where your head's
Wait,
at.
are you thinking that we're coming back here? What are you doing making food? We got adventuring to do.
You must have a full belly to adventure, no?
You didn't eat before we left?
Well, I haven't had second breakfast yet.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to scan the area for threats.
Good. Pax, I could be swayed either way here. Survival or perception?
Let's go with let me double check here how I want to do this.
Yeah, double check.
It doesn't matter either way. I'm going to be perceptive in my survival. However, I do get to add 2d6 to my roll.
You do.
Looking for edibles, and so we're going to go with that.
Zabrin, go ahead and give me a perception check as you look for threats.
Okay. I think I found a dog.
So that would be a 15 is my total.
15 total. Yeah, you know what? You find a berry bush as you're sort of scoping around and things of that sort. You're not sure if it's edible or not, but you find a berry bush sort of nearby as you start looking around.
I start actually picking these berries and everything, popping every third one into my mouth.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Zabrin,
19?
What did I tell you about putting things in your mouth?
Zabrin, you get kind of still. You're wondering why Pax is kind of searching around. Your unassuming behavior doesn't mean that you're not ready for anything that may come at you. So as you start scoping out the area, not too far away from where Pax is, there's a small little clump of bushes that look sort of like prickly, and there you catch movement inside the bushes.
Pax, you get yourself poisoned. There ain't nothing I can do to heal you. You want some jerky? I can give you some jerky. We got things to do.
I'm going to hold up my hand for quiet and see if anyone's paying attention.
Wolf, give me a D100.
I haven't rolled one of those in like forever. 002.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good, really good, or really bad. But
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So you guys watch. Yeah. These berries taste pretty good. You get a little warmth in your tummy.
Oh, good.
You just start scoping out the area.
Let's see. Just so you're aware, in my pursuit of a veteran palate, I've tasted foods both fair and foul, and thus have grown resistant to them. I have an advantage on any Constitution saving throw involving consumption of materials or liquids, including potions and poison.
What's your passive perception, buddy?
Can you have a -3 in passive perception?
Great.
It's 9.
Great. Yep, everything's perfect. You're awesome. Zavrin has asked the group to sort of stop and makes a hand gesture to gather everyone's attention.
Do I notice him doing this?
You do.
I'll throw a message spell at each of the message cantrip at each of them one at a time, so I'm not making any extra noise, and say, "We've got movement in a suspicious-looking bush over here." And I have a chair being dragged out from underneath me by a dog. I'm not even kidding.
Now, with that message, is there a direction of where this bush is?
It is really close to...
No, I have not told him where the bush is.
Yeah, he just says there's a movement coming from a bush.
Okay, I am now head alert, and it's going around with the clattering of any male that you can imagine with his armor.
How do I want to do this? Okay. Pax starts moving his head about Stream in Texas and Flynn Bin. Do you guys do the same thing? You just start scoping out the area a little bit?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. Everybody that's looking around after he says there's movement coming from the bush, give me perception checks. Pax, give me perception at advantage.
Ooh. First one was a 2. Okay, that one's better. 17 minus 1 would be a 16.
Okay.
I am not used to having cruddy perception. Luckily, I rolled high. I've got a 19.
17.
22.
22. Pax looks over to the side and he thinks he sees something behind the tree, and as Pax sort of like moves his head over to the side, Flinnbin, Stream, you guys see a couple of sets of footprints in the dirt, but you don't see like it's pushing the dirt down. Pax, you see a small girl standing on the other side of this tree. And
okay, as I was probably looking around, I probably had a little smoke wisping out of my nostrils and stuff. But as soon as I see the little girl, that stops immediately.
The little girl runs up to you and hugs your leg.
And I'm actually standing straight up and as still as possible at this moment and kind of looking around, looking for help.
Pax just reacted weird. Like it's like he jerked his leg backward.
We don't see anything on his leg?
No, you don't see anything on his leg. Pax broke my game within the first 3 seconds by rolling on the wild magic table. But you see, it looks like, I would say his clothes are pressed down. Like it's like there's something attached to him and he doesn't seem to be freaking out.
While as I gain my I'm going.
That's easy for you to say.
He goes to robot mode. He's a transformer.
Holy, go down on my other knee.
Okay.
He's a robot dragon.
It's okay. It's all right, buddy. We'll get you back. You go down on your other knee.
Yep, just so not to just. And I say, and who might you be? Who might you be?
I'm Daisy.
And we all hear this?
You hear a small voice coming from Pax, is leg, but it's a little girl's voice. She says, "I'm Daisy. Are they guardians too?"
I'm gonna toss out the professor.
Okay. We're gonna try to get Wolf going again. He's having some computer issues, and it's kind of coming in and out there. Wolf, try this, buddy. Try turning off your video for a second. Let's see if that helps you catch up. Let's see if your voice comes through okay. Not the we won't miss your face.
How could you not?
Here, try saying something, buddy.
Is that better?
It's a little better, yeah.
Okay. So did I hear her name is Daisy?
Yeah.
It's the
And
extra
she asked-
E's at the end.
Yeah. Yes, you heard her name is Daisy.
And she's a good girl. Daisy!
Yes, Daisy. We are all guardians.
Okay.
And why are you here all alone?
I was supposed to go to the meeting, and I got lost.
What meeting is that?
The meeting of the four.
Where's your mother and father?
What? And she looks really confused by all of this. And like, Flimbin, you threw out the professor?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, what's up, bro?
There's some weird stuff going on here. Do you see anything?
Oh, yeah. There's like, I'm picking up like thermal readings over here by Pax and a lot of greenery, stuff like that. How are you, man?
Good. Let's focus on this. Listen, I know.
Yeah.
Thermal, what?
Yeah, there's a little girl right next to Pax.
What's she doing?
Yeah, she's like hugging him.
Okay. Or is there anybody else around?
All of a sudden, the little girl will drop her invisibility and appear in front of all of you. She's a little haphazard. She is wearing a crown of flowers on her head. The other thing that you notice is she's got some pretty long gashes up her left arm, and her right knee looks bruised, like real bad. It's almost like it would be hard to walk on. But she's hugging onto Pax really heavy.
Do we have any background on this place? Like, do we know what it's called?
Lost Boys.
You know some of the basic stories, the stories that filter in and out, but it's hard to separate myth from legend. You know that about a group of boys that never grew up. Think somebody that's seen Peter Pan like one time.
Okay.
Okay, but you know a rudimentary sort of gathering of knowledge about this area.
What happened to your knee, little Daisy? Can I pick you up? Would that be okay, Daisy?
She holds her hands up.
And I pick her up in my arms and kind of cradle her in one of my arms, being careful not to jostle the knee and everything, and
Daisy.
Turn around.
I walk over near him. Daisy, are you like one of those Lost Boys?
She takes your face and she like squishes your cheeks like this.
Are these my cheeks? Or...
No, these are Zavrin's. She's like,
Zavrin.
Say it again. It'll be funnier.
Are you one of those Lost Boys?
No, I'm a never boy.
Okay, can you explain the difference to us? We're new here.
Boys are dumb and they pee standing up.
That makes sense.
And the girls are smarter, and we play less games, but we're better at fighting.
You look hurt. Do you need any help?
Yeah, the wolf got me.
Well, if you stay with us, we'll make sure that the wolf doesn't get you again.
Is the wolf still around?
Do you ask that, or do you look?
I asked Daisy that. I'm asking Daisy.
She says, probably. I was hiding really good, though.
And right now I am turning and looking around to see if I can see the wolf.
Give me a perception.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to say the command word on my staff so that it starts to hover. And I'm going to try to take her from Pax so that she can rest floating on it so he has his hands free if he needs to fight.
And I hand her over and immediately have my warhammer out and shield. And with my 5 perception, I think I pinpointed exactly where he's not.
Excellent.
You take a look around, buddy, and you're not seeing anything.
Hey, Daisy. Can I help out with your scratches?
We don't have a thistle anymore.
A thistle, like a plant?
No, we don't have a thistle to heal us anymore.
Oh, you're Daisy. So is Thistle a person?
She's a never girl. You could be one if you wanted to.
A never boy like you? Well, thanks. I'm probably a little old to. I don't know your rules. Here, I cast Cure Wounds on her, which I just rolled the wrong dice. Hang on a minute. I know. 3d8. Okay. Which is gonna be like 16 plus 5, 21.
Okay. Yeah, she sort of looks down at her arm, and as the wounds start to close up, she says, "Thank you."
Hey, were you going to the meeting now, or was this something that happened a long time ago?
I was gonna go now. Do you want to come?
Absolutely.
We'd love to go with you and make sure you're okay.
Okay. She will hop down off of the stick, off of the staff, and sort of like stand on the ground. And she says, "You have to be really sneaky, okay?"
Well, we should be okay to do that.
You're still talking
Most of us are kind of sneaky.
Yeah. Okay. And she gets kind of low to the ground and pulls out a slingshot from her back pocket and starts walking through the forest.
And I will unfly the staff and take it back as a walking stick.
Flinnbin.
Yeah, I want to do pass without a trace on us then.
Yes.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have that spell.
I know, that's normally your job, isn't it, Trace?
I know.
Go ahead and give me stealth checks, please.
And mine will be at disadvantage.
Yes, it will.
But at least you get to add 10.
Plus 10.
Pax, let's get you out of the way, buddy.
17.
That's not bad.
No, that's good.
Flinnbin.
That is a 26.
All right, that's 2 successes.
25.
25.
21.
21.
29.
29. Y'all are some sneaky adventurers. She at one point doesn't think you're walking behind her. She's like, they must have left, and you guys are all there just sort of like waving. And,
of course, remembering that pass without a trace added 10, which means we were all like 15.
Really low.
Yep.
7.
7.
As you follow Daisy through the woods, it's not long before you come across a sort of an alcove with a waterfall. This little waterfall area is very self-contained in what it is. It's this sort of like crystalline pool in front of you with this waterfall, and as she walks up to where the waterfall sort of opens up, she walks past it, tracing her hands alongside the sort of cliff face. And as she traces her hands along the cliff face, she pushes a hand through the false wall next to it, through the illusion. And she sticks her head in, and says, "They're with me. Is that okay?" And then she pokes her head out and she says, "They said it's okay. There's a lot of people that brought guards with them. So I'm going to make you all Never Boys, okay?"
Of course, little one.
Some of them are boys already. Shouldn't they be like Lost Boys or something?
No, because I'm not allowed to talk to Lost Boys.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I'm just going to make them Never Boys.
Okay.
Just for today. Just don't tell anybody.
Who are we going to tell?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Just don't tell anybody. You
Okay.
promise?
I promise.
I promise.
Everybody put your pinky up.
My pinky's.
Good. And she walks through the illusory wall.
I'm going to follow her.
Yep.
I'm going to actually see how high this illusion goes. I don't really want to hit my head on the way in.
Sure. You sort of like, I think even at, you said 7 feet tall?
No, 6'9".
6'9". Yeah, you sort of, at 6'9", you raise your hand a little bit, and even your hand seems to pass through.
Excellent.
What's my marching order coming in?
I'm happy to go first.
I'm second.
Texas. Zavron.
I'm at the end.
I'll be third.
Stream. And then...
And I'll go fourth. And
All right.
then we got...
All right. Here's the scene that greets you upon walking into the cave. Inside the cave is a fire. This bonfire is split into 4 different sections. And I say split into 4 different sections because the flame that grows in this circular spot has a different color that's split into 4 equal parts. There is a green flame, there is a blue flame, there is a red flame, and then there is a black flame. Okay?
Green, blue, red, black in that order?
Green, blue, red, black. Okay? The green, occupying the green space is just an older woman. She's an older woman with long white hair. She has a white robe, and she's holding a staff. All right? In the blue section, you see a very tall-looking man with blue skin, and he's got gills. And he's flanked by 3 other people, both of the same sort of make. Okay?
Define very tall.
7 feet. So you're on par with him, Pax. He's holding a trident in his right hand. The black flame is occupied by a human male with 2 very scared-looking humans next to him, and the human male is wearing a pirate hat. It looks like a captain's hat. He looks a little disheveled, but he's drinking from a rum bottle as he sits at his end of the fire.
Are the scared humans male or female?
Both male.
Now, are
Do
they
they
showing
also look
fear
like pirates?
towards... Yeah.
Do they also look like pirates?
They also look like pirates.
Is the fear being directed at the captain? Can we tell? Or
These men are looking equally at the older woman who's just staring into the flames and the merfolk, the tritons off in the corner.
Okay.
Until Pax walks in. And the older woman sits up straight. The The mermen all draw their weapons until the gentleman at the front holds his hand up, and they put the weapons back. And the pirate captain drinks from the bottle, but pulls a pistol out on his right-hand side.
I allow a bit of steam to escape my nostrils and the sides of my mouth and give a slight feral grin. Just a showing of teeth and a smile.
Give me an intimidation check, you jerk.
Oh, I like that roll. Let's see. Intimidation, that would be a 21.
I think the two pirate guys look like they just want to go home now.
But I make no threatening gestures or anything beyond that.
No,
and,
just breathing smoke and baring teeth, but nothing threatening beyond that. Stream looks at you, I think, in just that face. Like,
I'm imagining him right here, so it's
yeah, up.
Exactly the face that I'm making.
I'm going to very quietly and casually slip my crystal, which is my arcane focus, out of my pocket and just kind of have it casually in my hand by my side.
Give me a sleight of hand. I like this, Zavrin. Give me a sleight of hand just to see how fast you can do it.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah, they didn't see anything. Like, yeah, it's just, it's one of those, like, cough, you know, and you've got
I'm just like, it's like, if we have to go, I'm ready to sling some magic here.
Daisy walks in and goes over to the only unoccupied fire side. Okay? And sits in a designated spot, and she sort of like looks behind her and points behind her.
And I fall in behind her.
Same.
Yep.
I'm going to use my naturally stealthy ability, and while I'm near Pax, I'm going to try to hide.
You're going to hide just behind the... Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to hide because he's one size larger than I am, so that gives me the ability.
Sure. Dude, I'm into this. Give me a stealth check as you're just like, white shadow. Like you just try to disappear.
Okay, so that's...
Can I be a distraction while he's doing that? Because I see these jumpy people looking at Pax.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and persuade him to just be chill.
So
hang on. I gotta see this played out. How do you persuade the two guys that are freaked out to just be like, "Hey, it's cool"?
Well, no, I mean I'm gonna try and persuade the pirate guy and the guys with this who drew their weapons and everything. I'm just like,
oh no, I get you. How?
Yeah.
How?
Oh sure. Gentlemen, I know that this is a very tense situation, but you have your bodyguards and she has hers. We are making no threatening moves. There's no need for you to make threatening moves either. We're just here, as you are, for a meeting. I see no cause for alarm.
Flynnbin, give me a stealth at advantage as all eyes are...
okay,
With
so
that,
I
I'm
still
going to
have...
go on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you
I
go
just said
ahead.
I'm going to go into parade rest with my arms folded, though.
Perfect.
And
yes, I'm into it.
So the moving without trace is still active because it's still a constant.
Yep.
So that would be a 32.
It's one of those weird movie moments where they're like, "Hey, did you see those 5 guys come in?" I was like, "You mean 4, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah."
Yeah, 4 guys.
I think after your speech, Zavrin, the pirate captain will look up and says, "Oh, is this how we're doing things now? We're having pretty people talk for us, huh? All right. Am I going to be the only one to say this? The Never girls, the Never boys are running with guardians now? This doesn't frighten the hell out of everyone else here?" And the older woman will smile and sort of shake her head. And the Triton will stare straight ahead, showing no sign of fear or trying to show no sign that this bothers him. The older woman stands up and says, "Now that all are gathered, let us call the meeting of the 4 To begin, there was a terrible sickness that hit our fair land. We all knew it by different names. Neverboys, I believe you called it the Tired. We just knew it as the end of all. We did our best to fight this sickness, but if the reports are to be understood and true, none of us did anything to stop it. We are all unaware of how this sickness came to our fair land. And we are also unsure as how life returned. Why I've drawn you all here today is I have discovered the origin of the sickness. In a small cave to the north, there is a pool there. I had reports that a small child went in to where this cave was while exploring and came out, and his arm was covered in the same sort of black, lifeless shadow material. The material crept up his arm, and it was only through the highest magics and some quick thinking that we were able to remove the arm before the infection spread. I say this not to scare all of you, but to let you know that we should not let what happened before happen again. The gravity to her words sinks in to the council, and there is a bit of fear that sort of registers on everyone's face. And no one goes to say anything. Daisy will put a hand up and say, "So what are we supposed to do?" And there is not a response. The captain stands up and he says, "Well, what I suggest we do, why don't we blow up the whole thing? We can set up some gunpowder, close off the entrance to the cave, and not worry about it, right? What is the odds that this would come out?"
I'm going to take a step forward and scrunch down again on one knee. What would you have us do, little one?
I don't know. I mean, the tired was really, really bad. Everybody fell asleep and a lot of people didn't wake up. And the plants died and the animals died and a lot of people ran away. And then Neverland started waking up again. But I don't know. Maybe if we understood what it was, we could stop it in case it came out again.
And if I and the rest of us Guardians were to look into this, would that be acceptable?
The Triton will step forward and say, "We do not trust the Guardians or the Neverboys to handle this on their own. What if they are hiding information from us? For all we know, they may have caused this sickness to infect our land. This could be a grab for power."
I stand up to my full height. Perhaps you should accompany us.
Listen, we just offered our help. We weren't saying that you couldn't help too. But if you're too scared and you'd like to stay back, you may. We're just going to head on over to that cave and see what we can do to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Texas, as one of the shortest members of the party, please make an intimidation check against the giant Triton in the corner.
Can I give an assist on that?
Sure, pal. I think you're standing there, and I think it would mean Pax coming up behind you and flexing just a little bit.
All right. Yeah, the second one was a 3. The first one was a 10, but it's still an 18.
Ooh.
I'm a bard, y'all.
Yes, you are.
He stands up and goes to stare you down, literally and figuratively, and sees Pax flexing behind him and sort of takes a step backwards, admitting defeat. Captain Avarium will sort of sweep his hands and say, look, if these right fools want to go and explore and see what there is to see, what's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is they fail, and it's no sweat off me back. Best that could happen is they solve the problem, and life continues as we see it.
I let a deep rumbling chuckle escape my throat and actually nod towards the captain.
See? He's a guardian. He understands.
I do hope we don't uncover any treachery there. You seemed awfully quick to blow up the cave and any evidence that might be found.
Son, don't get me wrong. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead. I was anxious to blow up the cave because it seemed like the quickest solution to the problem, and I want to put this chapter of my life behind me.
Oh.
I allow just a bit of teeth to show.
I'm not your son, and bigger men than you have tried.
My vote is to let him try it. And I think the little girl nods her head as well. And the Triton shakes his head no. And all eyes go to the older woman in the corner, who gets up, goes over to Texas, then looks at Pax, then Zavrin, and Flinnbin.
Oh, she
Are
sees
they actually
me?
seeing Flinnbin?
She walks behind Pax. And I don't think she makes it seem... It may just look like she's checking out Pax's butt. To
It's
the rest
a very
of the group.
nice butt.
Yeah. And sort of gives a little smile.
I'll nod at her.
And she comes to you, Stream, and holds out both of her hands. Face up.
Slowly, I would very slowly put out my hands.
And she closes her eyes. And opens them. And says, "Go. The tribe goes with you." And she will walk past Stream towards the entrance to the cave, and as she steps across the threshold, her side of the fire goes out. Captain Avarium will stand up, stretch his back, snap his fingers, and the gentleman will follow him out. He will walk out of the cave, and his side of the fire goes out as well. Daisy will get up and start making her way towards the entrance as the three Tritons in the corner start whispering to one another.
Little one, before you go, Can you give us clear directions on where we'll find this cave?
Oh, well, it's our responsibility. So I will take you.
Then we shall go with you.
That's right. I gotta prove to them.
Can I move towards the Triton to hear what they're saying?
I was gonna say, can I make perception to try and eavesdrop?
Give me a perception and give me another stealth, Flinbin, as you sort of cycle around the part of the cave where the two bits of the fire have gone out.
17 for perception.
28.
What languages do you speak, Zabrin?
Languages. Common, Draconic, and Primordial.
Okay. Flinbin, what about you, pal?
Halfling, Infernal, Sylvan.
Okay.
The professor is with me.
Professor is with you. Okay. You make your way over there. Zabrin, I think with your perception check, you're able to see them do this. The larger of the gentleman is turned around and he's looking at the other two, and he does this. And he's speaking in a language, in a whisper, but you don't understand the language. Okay? He's going like this. He makes a big circular motion. And then he does like this.
Okay, so he's not speaking Aquan.
He's not speaking Aquan.
Damn.
You speak Aquan too?
Well, Primordial, Aquan is a dialect of Primordial.
Yes. Okay, that's good. He's not speaking that. What languages does everybody speak? Texas?
I'm just common and halfling.
Stream?
I'm common, druidic, primordial, and sylvan.
Pax?
I am Draconic, Common, and a little-known language called English.
Okay. And Flinbin?
Halfling, Infernal, Sylvan, and Common.
Okay.
You picked the for the professor, so I don't know.
I did. Okay. So they're not speaking a language that you understand, Zabrin. As the professor comes over and he's sort of with you in stealth mode, he's picking up sort of ambient noise, and they sort of stop speaking, nod at all of you, and walk out of the room.
As they're walking out, I say, the offer's still open.
He will smirk and walk out of the room as his side of the fire goes out.
Come, little one, show us where we're headed.
And she will walk out of the cave. The last bit of fire goes out. Give me perception checks as the last little bit of the fire comes out, and you guys all walk out of the cave at the same time.
14.
22.
22?
9.
9. So you don't notice. Flinbin?
24.
24.
23.
Everybody but Pax watches as you step out of the cave. There's a brief pause in the waterfall next to the cave, and the water reverses direction.
I can do that too.
Everyone gets that joke except for Pax.
Yeah, I'm too busy watching Daisy.
Sure.
I'm keeping a close eye on her.
Daisy looks up at the sky and says, it will be night soon. We should make a camp, but we'll walk for a little longer, and then we'll make camp for the night, and then I can bring you to the cave. I know the one they're talking about.
Have you been in the cave before?
Yeah, one time. It was a good place for hide and go seek.
Was it a big cave? I mean, do you know it pretty well?
I mean, pretty good. I may not go in. I may let you guys play first, and then I'll come play afterwards.
That's okay.
Okay.
What can you tell us about the tired?
The tired was this like dark stuff, and it swept out over everything. And if you touched the tired, it got on you, and you got really, really tired. And then you got so tired that you didn't eat or you didn't drink. And sometimes animals played in the tired, and then they came back and they were different. Like they weren't the same. And they would like bite you. We all took ways to get away from the island. We took portals. And then we came back.
Can I insight check her just to see if she's, if I'm getting that she is something other than what she appears?
Sure, give me an insight check.
That's a 14 plus 4, 18.
The only time where she seemed a little weird about things, she starts like rubbing her face a little bit and like playing with her face when she starts talking about how everybody left, everybody took portals.
Okay.
But you don't pick up on the fact that she, for the most part, she seems like she's a little girl. But you're wondering why she's representing a larger group. You know, it's hard.
Okay.
But she's not being entirely truthful about that particular aspect.
Okay.
Cool. Where are you guys from?
It's a little hard to explain. Just, it might be better just say we're from another land, another place.
Another time.
I could talk like that too.
I've been through a couple of portals myself.
Was it fun?
Some fun, some less fun, but I guess it depends on whether you're getting away or going to.
Did you die?
Not yet. Did you?
No.
Daisy, where'd you go when you left?
We have to be quiet.
Okay.
We're gonna be quiet as we walk through the woods.
I'll maintain the pass without trace until the hour ends up.
I'll send her a message then. So I'll say, I can use this spell so we can be quiet.
Okay, let's be quiet. And she will keep walking through the woods until you guys find a spot to rest for the night. She can find a spot and pick a spot for you guys, or you guys can kind of scope out on your own to see if you can find a spot that seems good to you as night begins to fall.
Who here's good at finding spots to sleep? I mean, I can help us out a little bit if we want to make sure that we're going to be protected.
I'm not bad at it.
Give us a little place to stay.
I can make a tree.
I'm sorry?
I can make a tree.
A tree?
A tree. And I pull out my staff. I have a staff of woodlands. So if we can find a good spot, I can smack my staff into the ground in a big ass tree.
And what are we going to do with a big ass tree?
Sleep in it.
You can put your big ass in it.
Daisy is giggling at every time you guys say the word ass.
So it's got like a door, like it's like a hut, but it's a tree.
No,
or is it a tree that we climb in and then sleep in?
It's a tree.
It's
a tree.
Big
All
ass,
right, well-
big ass tree.
Perhaps you should not
If
say
there's anybody not comfortable sleeping in trees, I can give you a hut with a bed.
I mean, hut
I
with
mean,
a
it's
bed.
an option.
Hut with a bed
okay.
sounds good.
How big a hut?
No offense. No offense, because it's just not everybody's comfortable sleeping in a tree.
Now,
ever
are
slept
we
in a tree?
sleeping in the tree or in the branches of the tree?
The branches.
Hut,
branches
please.
backs.
But it's a very nice tree.
I'm good
This
with
is
the
fine.
tree.
It will probably provide shelter over the hut just in case it rains.
Can I use either perception or survival to try and find a good spot?
Sure. Yeah.
I can cast guidance.
Oh, so add a
And-
D4 to that.
Anybody else good at or proficient in survival want to assist, or better at survival want me to assist them?
I have a +3 to survive,
I'm +4.
so take my d4s.
All right. Did you want to assist or
I'll
to give me? All right. All right. So with the D4 and the the D4 is a 4, which helps. So that makes it a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah. I think you, after a little bit of time, it's starting to get darker and darker outside, and you're sort of scoping out the area. At one point, you actually walk past the biggest tree you've ever seen in your life in the center of this area. And as you walk past this tree, everybody sort of stops and looks up, and
Big tree.
And Daisy will run over to Stream and be like, not that one, not that one, not that one. And she's like, you don't want to stay here. She's like, that's a dumbass tree, and she'll walk past it.
You should not say this word.
Okay, I won't say tree anymore. And she runs away. Like she's
No. She meant dumb. Dumb is a bad word.
Okay. But after a while, you guys are walking and you find this nice little glade. It's soft ground, hardly any rocks nearby. There's actually a stream not too far away for fresh water to refill sort of water skins and things of that sort. There's room for a tree. But there's also it's also like a hut adjacent. Like it's really nice. Like there's a good little hut hookup, and
we have a tree and a hut.
Yeah.
And Liam's tiny hut.
And
there you
Liam's
go.
tiny cool. Heroes. Who's staying in the hut and who's staying in the tree?
Hut.
Tree.
I'm better in a hut.
Zavrin's hut, Pax's hut, Texas's hut.
Tree.
Stream's tree, Flinbin's tree.
Daisy?
Daisy is going in the tree. She rolled even on that one. So she's going to go stay in the tree as well.
Hey, if it starts to rain or you get uncomfortable, you're welcome to come in. Just
No, don't say that.
what?
You're not supposed to say that.
Say what? If it starts to rain or anything,
And as soon
you
as
guys can.
she says it a second time, and there's a as lightning like goes off in the distance, and Daisy's like, and she just like climbs down off the tree and like walks over into the hut and just puts her head in her hands.
I'll say, Daisy, did you want to stay outside?
No.
I can make it stop. I can make it stop raining. Do you want me to make it stop raining?
Yes, go.
All right. I take out the gray staff, and I am going to use it to cast control weather.
Perfect. As these storm clouds move in, and Stream and Flinbin, you start to get a little nervous at the top of this, or not, as the case may be. If you're like, ooh, shower.
So it's gonna
Water Ganassi
There you go.
loves water.
You're like, this is my jam. I will allow you to cast Counterspell as Zavrin
No, it's fine.
Have a long rest.
I can make it rain if I want to.
I can rain if I want to.
It's gonna take me 40 minutes, or it's gonna take 40 minutes for the rain to stop.
Cool. But you start casting, and she goes, the rain's going to stop? It's just going to take you a little bit?
Yes.
She goes running out and playing in the rain then. She's like jumping in mud puddles, and she's like, now that she knows the rain's going to stop eventually, she's just playing and jumping and running and like diving into puddles, and like she picks up a little like mud puddle and or like makes a mud ball, and she will Flimbin, Stream, are you guys outside?
Yes.
She's going to throw it at Flimbin. This like mud ball. That's a nat 20.
I would not have tried to dodge it.
I know, but she hits you with the mud ball, and she's just like, ah, ha, 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 ha. Like starts packing. Go ahead.
I'm gonna use shape water, and I'm gonna freeze a few of the raindrops and turn them into like snow, and I'm gonna push it at her. not like harmfully, just like playing with her.
She's all about this. She's all about it. Texas, what are you doing?
I'm going to go up to her and I'm going to be like, listen, I got a real good trick. And I do prestidigitation and clean her clothes and then throw mud at it again. I'm like, you can get as dirty as you want because we can clean it all up.
Again. And then she just has you do it over and over again, like any child would after you do something that cool. She just like, she covers her face in mud and she's like, again. And just starts running around and playing, and it's like she's having a blast. She's like throwing mud balls at Zavrin. Do you dodge out of the way, buddy?
Nope.
Yeah, everybody gets hit with one. Then everybody by the turn, it's kind of a bonding thing where Daisy's sort of running around. But after a while, the rain stops, and she's just sort of like panting. Okay, it's story time. Who's ready for a story?
I'm ready.
And she takes Pax and has him sit on the ground.
Okay.
And then she sits in Pax's lap, and she like tells the story with Pax's head like above her. Like,
Can I make a campfire in the middle?
I was gonna say, yeah, I could do create bonfire in the center.
Oh, good. Yeah, perfect.
like, and then she like Pax.
We need a fire for a story. Come on.
Absolutely.
Pax, she's so comfortable with you now, she just kind of like smacks you in the face. She's like, do the smoke thing.
And I do. I let smoke steam from my nostrils and mouth.
Once upon a time, in Neverland, there was ugly pirates who grew up, and ugly lost boys who didn't grow up, and ugly creatures who were asses.
I let a big puff of smoke go.
And it was scary. And then the Guardians came. And the Guardians were like people, but not people. They had green scales like this. And she picks up Pax's arm. And she's like, and they breathed smoke like this. And they protected Never Boys and Lost Boys. And one day, the meanest pirate that you ever seed, he was like a giant, and he had a red cloak, and he had a big hat, and it had like white feathers on it, and he was a dumb duty head. And the Guardian came, and it bit his hand off. And everybody had a party, and you could eat as much candy as you wanted to. And it was a great day.
I'm going to leap to my feet and swing her around in a circle as I do and start dancing around the bonfire, blowing smoke.
Yeah, she just starts dancing. And she's totally like thrilled to have like this many people around and to feel like safe. And I think it's just I think after a while she does the thing where it's Boo in Monsters Inc. I think it's just a like she's just out and falls asleep in your arms, Pax.
And I give a little grin and kind of look around, still a little uncomfortable, but tree or hut?
She should sleep in bed.
I take her into the hut and I lie her down on one of the beds. While I'm in there, I'm going to go ahead and change as well.
Your pack starts vibrating, Flinbin.
I'll let the professor out.
What's up, boss? Hey, man, I thought you would want to know. Those guys talked about ambushing you. They were just like, we'll stay behind, wait till nightfall, and then as soon as you guys weren't paying attention, I was like, jump out, and then they're going to take credit for all the stuff you did and just say you died in the cave. Is that something you'd want to know, or should I hold on to that?
You remember when we had the discussion last time about things you hear and you should tell? Like,
Yep.
Right away.
So hold on
This is
to
that
it.
time. No. This
Tell.
the time. This yes.
Right
now. Before you 20.
Gotcha.
Again, this is something you could have told me 15 minutes ago.
Okay, so boss, here's the deal. Those guys, right? They're gonna ambush you. And the sun is. I just told you.
Yeah, the sun is gone down.
All right.
So, yeah. Now, okay. I'll tell the guys red alert. We're on ambush.
All right. Good luck.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go back in your bag.
No.
Are you sure? It's real nice in there.
Yeah.
And he just sort of this circular ball floats around Flinbin and sort of lights up every time that it speaks to him.
Okay, while this was going on, I'm laying down Daisy, and I'm changing clothes. So I have no idea what this conversation is. I'm going to go ahead and walk out in my night shirt and nightcap and my pink fuzzy bunny slippers.
Yeah, he's wearing a nightshirt and he's got the coolest little pink fluffy bunny slippers on.
Which part about red alert did you not get, you big dummy?
He wasn't out there.
What are you talking about? I was said it's sleep time, right? Bed?
No, the merfolk people or aquatic guys, fish folk, whatever you want to call them, they're going to ambush us.
Why didn't you tell me?
I'm telling you right now, you big
Dude,
ninny.
you could have told me before. I go stomping back
telling
into
you
the
now.
hut. I ignore whatever he's saying.
Hang on. Did you tell us that they were going to take credit for our work and then kill us?
I said they were going to ambush us.
No, that's all you said?
Yeah. Can you be more? Wait, I'm right there, right?
Yeah.
Can you be more specific about this? When are they planning to ambush us? Do you know anything more than that?
Well, they're planning to take credit. They could be watching us now.
You know what's good about that? If they're planning to take credit, they need us around long enough to get in there to do whatever we need to do and then take credit.
He didn't tell us the take credit part. That's why I was asking. He didn't tell us that part.
Well, here's the thing.
But I asked.
They don't necessarily need us to complete the job. That's a possibility.
Now,
Well, if they need us to try,
are there,
because they don't want to go in there
maybe,
themselves.
maybe not.
do you have any more details? Because when I was trying to eavesdrop, I didn't understand the language, but he held up 5 fingers to his friends and made circles. Made a circle motion and said 5, and then did this. I don't know what that would mean, but 5 days, 5 hours.
How about I just have Professor fill in the blanks for you?
Sure. Who's Professor?
Hey, man. Okay, so there's 5 of you guys, not counting the little one, and they talked about killing her just as soon as they were done, like killing you guys first. But I imagine the 5 is like, hey, like kill these 5 guys. Sun goes down. Like, right now they are separated at different parts in the camp, and they're waiting for you guys all to start resting. But they're all.
Oh, so they're here now?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, and you know where they are, like here.
Oh no, man! Just here as in like the royal we, like they're just. I think they're just around.
All right.
Yeah, he's not a radar.
I don't know what that word means, but I like the way you said that, Flip.
I know, right?
That was good, man.
Yeah. I don't know what that means either. So
As soon as I get fully plate mailed up, I come out.
what say we all sleep in the hut, but we don't actually we sleep in shifts just in case they can do something about the hut.
I think that's smart. I think we should get a good night's rest before dealing with whatever we're going to deal with.
Okay, so am I going to sleep, or I'm killing something?
How about you go to sleep for a little while?
Now that he's back
We'll
and fully.
wake you up and
Right.
then you walk.
I turn it around before she finishes talking.
Whoa! Come
What?
here, come here. Wait. Even better idea. Why don't we all pretend to go to sleep to draw them in, and then when they get close,
I just need to know:
we pound.
do I put on the nightshirt, or do I leave the plate mail on?
Leave the plate mail.
Plate mail on.
plate
Put the
mail
nightshirt over it.
But put the slippers on. You do nothing.
Okay. And I stomp back in, put on the slippers, and
It's a
I'm just going to
dragonborn.
sit on one of the beds right now.
It's a dragonborn wearing full like plate mail and bunny slippers. This is my aesthetic. This is like weapon at the ready, shield. Are those bunny slippers?
The plan again is we draw them in.
I'm
and
not hearing
pound.
this at all. I'm sitting on a bed right now.
You're
But what
biggest
if they
dumb
never
guy.
show up? Then we're without rest trying to do this whole thing tomorrow. I said we just have someone taking watch, and then we could actually get a rest for the night. Wouldn't that?
I'm not taking off my plate mail again.
Hey, Pax, pal, you don't have to take off your plate mail. We'll just make an extra comfy bed that'll pad your plate mail and everything. You just sleep in the plate mail.
All right. I actually grab my pillow, and I'm lying down on one of the things.
Night packs.
And
He's
I
all
roll over on my other side.
Listen, would you like me to take first watch? I'd be happy to take first watch.
I'm gonna go out in the tree.
All right.
Wait, can we hear him? Texas, can we hear him if he's outside of the hut?
No, probably not. I mean, he'd probably have to send a message or knock or something.
You should be able to hear him.
Here, I have to double check. I thought we couldn't, but I'll double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an extra dimensional space, so I'm not sure.
A mobile dome of force. 9 creatures can fit in. Creatures can move through it freely. That are part of it, but all other creatures are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome. It doesn't say you can't. Like, we should be able to pass in and out without any problem, and it doesn't say we can't hear stuff outside. It's just that nothing magical can get in, but that implies that maybe sound could get in.
All right.
So, yes, it should be able to hear.
All right.
As soon as I get outside and up into the tree, I'm gonna use my primeval awareness. Takes me about a minute to cast, and it'll tell me of any presence of any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead within a mile of me. And I'll have known what the merfolk.
They're not fey. They're sort of a. They're elven. I don't know if this would count. I'm not sure about the Triton.
Elemental, celestial, aberration.
Ooh, pal. You know what? I'm gonna give this to you. Yeah. Within a mile of you, where you are in the tree, you get 5 pings on your radar. Somewhat far away from the camp, but they're not moving currently.
Okay.
All right.
One spell slot there?
Stream, Zavrin, And Pax, I imagine you're resting, and Texas, you're taking the first 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Well,
Unless did you want to take the first 4 hours by yourself?
Flinbin, you want to take the first 4?
Yeah, I got it.
Feel free to wake me up for second watch.
There's 5 of us, so we should each only need to do 2, right?
You could do that as well.
Two.
Oh,
Get the
yeah,
date.
that's fine. We can do them individually. No problem.
I was going on with like the doubling up thing, but you could
Yeah.
do that solo with like 2.
Do you want to do doubled up watches?
That would make more sense to me.
Okay.
As the DM, I encourage the solo watch, but as a player, I think the duo watch is probably safer. Flynn.
I don't really want to be the one to have to wake up Pax in 4 hours. So, I don't know. Stream, you want to do second watch with me? We'll let him get a good solid 8 hours in before he has to wake up.
Who is, by the way, wearing his nightcap as well as the slippers, just saying.
Beautiful picture.
So I'm solo on the last watch.
No, you're going to leave. You're going to be the one that gets the honor of waking up Pax, and you guys can do that last watch together.
Zavrin and Pax are doing the last watch of the night, the last 4 hours. Texas and Stream are doing the mid watch of 4 hours, and then Flinbin and the Professor are doing the first watch.
I see. Okay.
All right. First watch, Flinbin. As everybody settles down for rest.
I am going to lay down and act like I'm sleeping.
In the tree. Give me a performance check as we get some of those.
What's okay? So since you said there was some sort of special about luck with you do something different, right?
You're gonna have to use a proper noun in there somewhere.
for your DMing, you say that luck for halflings is broken.
No. The
So-
lucky feat. If you rolled a nat 1, yeah, go ahead
I can
and
re-roll
re-roll
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My lucky
Excellent.
feat. I think the lucky feat by itself is broken, and I have my own sort of homebrewed version.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal.
While he's on watch, I'm going to run and give the dog some water.
Do it.
All right. That's a 16 total then.
16 total.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Star Wars Galaxy's Edge chance
That's
cubes.
not fair. That's not fair.
To see if they decide to attack now. Here are my Galaxy's Edge chance cubes. Yeah. You know what? You're resting.
I sucked them in.
You're resting. And no sort of movement on the outskirts of camp.
Dang it.
It's quiet.
That's the first
first
watch.
With the exception of the Professor occasionally going, I spy with my little eye something green.
What do you see that's green?
It's a tree.
It's the same as last time.
Okay. I spy with my little eye something brown.
What is it?
It's the same tree.
I remember why you're an idiot.
Flinbin, you finish your watch, and you and the Professor go and wake up Texas and Stream. Are you two climbing to the top of the tree? Are you hanging out in front in the hut, just sort of scoping out? How are you doing this?
I would go up in the tree.
Yeah. I'll go outside. I'm gonna stay at the base of the tree though, just in case we need to like hit something quick.
I'm gonna leave the Professor with Texas. Ask him what he spies.
Okay. Wait, can I understand him?
Yeah, he's speaking common.
Okay.
Yeah. Perception checks, ladies. Please and thank you.
11.
Texas, you're having a hard time playing I Spy with the Professor.
Is it a tree again?
21.
Stream. Okay. Stream, you're at the top of a tree, and a small crow will fly through the air and sort of land on top of the tree canopy with you, sort of adjacent to you on a same branch.
Okay. I am. I'm gonna use speak with animals
Okay.
to try and talk to this crow.
Okay. What do you say?
I see live people.
I'm very I very much revere nature, so I would say something along the lines of "Hello, little one."
The crow will sort of move its head erratically and look over at you and say, "Hello."
What are you doing here?
Keeping watch.
For who?
For the tribe.
The woman sent you?
Is she of the tribe?
She said the tribe goes with you.
Then probably.
Why would you need to keep watch?
To protect the little one.
Smart. Are you watching for anything in particular?
I'm watching for the blue ones. I am supposed to call out loudly if they come forward.
I appreciate your help. And I will just continue to keep watch and mind the crow.
He will stay on that branch with you for quite some time. And at a certain point, right before your watch is done, his head will jerk off to the right, and he will fly off into the distance very quickly.
Okay. I will whisper a thank you as he goes.
Your watch ends, and it is time to wake up Zavrin and Pax. Zavrin, Pax, you begin the last watch of the evening.
Yes, and I refuse to take off my nightcap.
Or your slippers.
Or my slipper.
A very surly-looking nightcap beladen Dragonborn begins his watch with you, Zavrin. The two of you give me perception checks, or one of you can make one at advantage if you would like to assist the other.
How's your perception?
My perception, I get a whole -1 on it.
I'll take the advantage if you don't mind.
Please do.
That's good because I had a nat 1 and a nat 19, so we'll take the 23, please.
Okay. Zavrin, right near the beginning of your watch, off in the northeastern corner of the camp, you hear a very quick scream. It is a, and then it is cut off.
All right. I'm going to message to everybody. I think it's go time. Someone just screamed.
You each receive a message in your head saying, "I think it's go time. Someone just screamed."
I immediately jump to my feet, and I do that shifting all in different directions, trying to see every which way at once.
Yeah.
Well, darn it, I knew I shouldn't have taken middle watch. I'm going to come on out. I'm looking cranky about it, though.
There, as Texas comes out and Flimbin and Stream are waking up. There is another scream off in a different corridor. It is a very quick sort of like, this one's more of a guttural sound that sounds like someone coughing up water, and it's cut off.
Those slippers.
All right. I'm gonna head off towards the.
You're all fired. That's right.
And I'll message I'll point in the two directions where the sounds came from as people are coming out.
And do we hear the second guttural?
You do.
Oh, okay.
Just so that people know that it's not both from the same direction.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm following Texas.
All right, which one are you going toward?
Could we determine if it was human or animal?
Give me a nature check.
Are they
I'm
both
okay
the same sort of scream sound though?
Yeah.
We just okay.
17.
17? It's humanoid. It's not sounding like the high pitched sound of like an animal or anything. It sounds like almost a call that gets cut off.
Guys, if I was trying to split up the group, I would try to pull them in two different directions. Maybe we should all go pick one direction and go. Check it out.
Where's the girl?
No, somebody needs to stay back with Daisy.
All right. You know what?
Then we should all stay back, because if we all run to one spot and one of us stays with Daisy, they can just all attack that one spot.
No, because we can go inside the hut. I'm happy to stay with her.
Daisy's inside the hut.
Yes, and I can stay inside the hut with her and no one can come in.
Are you saying she's safe in the hut?
Or she can stay in the hut. She should be perfectly safe there. I mean, if we want to make sure we got someone with eyes on her, that's an option.
Texas, you need to pay attention to that spell about you leaving the hut.
Oh, I can't leave the hut. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, I need to stay with her if she's going to stay in the hut.
Is she in the hut?
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Still?
You look over and see that she is still in the hut.
Okay.
We could fly her up hot. Well, she said she's a good fighter. I don't think she'd appreciate us trying to protect her.
Sovereign, do I stay or do I go now?
Stay until we all go.
If I stay, there may be trouble.
If you leave, there may be double.
You're fine, all of you.
It wasn't even me this time.
I can't leave him hanging, Billy. I can't leave him.
Oh, and actually, you know what? The hut's about to go away anyway.
That's right. It's 8 hours. The hut's gone.
Yeah.
We should wake her up and tell her what's going on.
We need to go.
All right.
Where are we headed?
Can I just say how much I love you guys? Can I just throw that out there?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna grab my staff.
You got it.
So there's no more tree.
No more
I wake Daisy up and say, Daisy, the Tritons are here and we think they mean us harm. Do you want to fly or fight?
No, we should probably kill them.
Do you want to help or do you want to fly on my staff and hover above it all, giving us directions?
She has you lean down a little bit.
I lean down.
Do you want to help me or do you want to fly on your staff?
That's all I wanted to know.
And
I said, and I point in the direction where the most recent scream came from and said, at least one of them is over there.
She will hold out a hand to anyone who wants to grab it.
I grab her hand.
And she turns invisible, and you still feel her hand around you as you start walking towards the first sort of sound.
All right.
Wait. Don't go. I think it's a trap.
Well, then why don't we do your little sneaky sneak all the way over there?
I think the screams were the Tritons. There's something else out there.
We did have help during our
Okay.
watch.
Were these screams of pain or just screams or
The only one that you heard was the sound of somebody calling out and the sound of them choking on water or a liquid of some sort. It was a gurgling sound.
I'm gonna burn another spell slot for the primeval detection. Hold
Okay.
on, what's it called? Primeval awareness. So the 5 still there?
No.
How many are there?
2. And 1 aberration.
Okay. Yeah, there's something else out there.
do we have direction?
No, I don't have direction. It doesn't give me a location.
What do you mean there's something else out there?
Before, I could sense the Tritons out there. 5 of them. Now there's not 5. And there's an aberration of some sort that's out.
I let out a low growl. Something's hunting them already.
So there were 5, and now there's how
2.
many?
Which way did the crow fly off? You said he flew off in a straight line, but
He did. I would say he flew off in the direction, like I remember how I mentioned there's a small like river not too far from you guys. He flew off in that direction.
Okay, so in relation though, we've got screams that happen in 2 different places. Okay.
So the camp is here. So think of a middle circle. Scream off to the side this way.
Mm-hmm.
Scream straight forward. And those are the 2 that you heard.
And then what direction is Mike? I almost said Nick. Sensing the 2 presences plus the aberration.
It does not give me direction.
Oh,
I just have
tells
a
you that they're
number. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I can do some aerial reconnaissance if someone with good perception wants to rejoin me. Someone small.
Did the crow fly this way or this way?
The crow flew that way. So here.
Oh, so not
that
towards
way.
either of these 2.
No.
Yeah.
Different direction. Okay.
Does the professor
Somebody
see
tell
anything
me
of
which
thermal?
way to go.
We don't have a way to go yet.
Right now, you need to just.
There's smoke coming out of my nostrils.
Does
quite
the professor see anything
profusely.
thermal? You established that, not me.
There is I did establish that, sneaky boy. The professor comes out and he looks behind where all of you are, and there is a figure running towards the camp at high speed. It's humanoid.
Is
coming
it Triton?
from the water?
Not from where the water was.
Anything else out there?
Not that he can sense.
Okay.
Has he pointed out this humanoid or?
I am now.
Yeah. Flinbin sort of points you guys, and as you see it, a figure comes into the camp. You recognize it as one of the Tritons from the council. It is the larger one that you never got his name, but he sort of stands in the camp and looks at all of you and looks down at his chest, and he has gaping wounds covering his chest that are leaking a dark material.
Is it chasing you?
I do not know.
Did you see what it is?
It is the night. It is as if the night attacked me, and
You should have taken us up on our offer.
He hits his knees, and his breathing is starting to get very shallow.
Anybody gonna spare the dying?
Can anyone heal? I used up my 1 and I haven't rested yet.
I can run over and try and do a medicine check. See if I can stabilize him.
He plants face first into the ground. Give me a medicine check.
All right.
I step beyond where he was from the direction he came in, and I'm just scanning the area from where he ran in.
Okay.
Medicine check of 15.
Yeah. You take him as he's like sort of face down in the dirt, and you flip him over.
No. I mean,
Doggy.
Doggy.
yeah, the doggy just.
All right, I'll go ahead and
pulled out the monitor cable and was working on another cable.
As you flip him over and you see his eyes sort of staring up, and you reach forward to sort of check for any sort of pulse or to examine him. Pax, the little hand holding yours, lets go, and there is a movement where Daisy grabs your hand, Zavrin, and snatches it away from touching the body and pushes you backwards.
That's probably going to distract me, and I'm going to be looking around for her.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as opposed to
Perception at disadvantage, please.
He's been
You want to do
infected.
anything else to my perception?
He's been infected.
That's an 8 for me.
8. Yep.
Yes.
You start looking around, and you can't find any sort of being close by, but all of you are fully aware of when Daisy reappears, grabs Zavrin by the hand, and starts tugging him backwards.
I move backwards.
As the Triton sits up.
I'm going to say to her, is it the tired or the wolf?
She is breathing heavily at this point and rubbing her face again.
Pax, put him down.
The Triton will look over at you, its eyes replaced with an inky black void, and we are going to go ahead and roll for initiative, kids.
Okay.
Cool.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And while we're doing this, I'm going to say, can somebody help me make a mental note to talk to the executives over at the Indigo Chameleon that next time they need to send us with a healer?
I mean, we kind of have an off healer right here, you know.
Well, bards
gonna
and
drop-
druids are secondary healers, aren't they?
I'm going to drop one of the best healing spells in the game. Just hold your horses.
Okay.
I got a good one.
Mike, I keep telling you, Hunter's Mark is not a healing spell, okay? No matter how many times you tell me.
What?
I
Are
know.
you? You're kidding. You're kidding me.
Let's do this. Ooh, that's better. Okay. 20 to 25.
21.
21. Mr. Tibbs.
They call me that.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
20 to 15.
Oh, no.
Okay. 15 to 10.
Wow, this is a high mountain I'm on up here.
Oh boy.
13.
13?
Also 13.
Are we all 13?
Yep. Roll off, kids.
All right. I rolled a 12 on the die.
18 on the die.
4.
Oh, man. You're just saving up those nat 20s, huh, King?
Oh, I might trade out dice.
I wasted mine on skill checks.
Texas stream. Pax, what are you at, buddy?
I retire to die, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm at a 6. It wasn't a 1,
Hey.
but there have been enough low ones coming out of it that
Hey, buddy.
it's retired.
Listen, they can't all be winners, all right? Okay, Flimbin, you are up first as the Triton before you stands up, and its eyes dart towards Zavrin, as Zavrin was made a sort of a dash backward.
Okay. I will also move back.
Okay.
And I will take 2 shots, or take a shot at him. It's gonna be 2. All right.
Give me those attack rolls. Roll both attacks if you have 2 attacks. Roll those together.
Gotcha.
We're going to keep things moving. The Triton is up next, followed by Zavrin.
Okay, so a 19 and a 22.
Both of those hit. Please roll damage.
Gotcha.
Flimbin, what are you shooting, buddy? Is it a crossbow? Is this a longbow? Is this a
Longbow.
Yeah. Flimbin, reaching in one swift movement, sort of draws the longbow out from behind his back and as these two arrows land into the Triton.
And 29 total.
29 total.
Nice.
Cool. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Yes, my bonus action. I'm going to bring up healing spirit.
Healing spirit. Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a great one.
Yeah, I'll put it kind of in the middle of everybody.
Sure. Yeah. You guys watch. What form does this healing spirit take? Is it just sort of a spectral energy, or is it something?
It looks like a bear.
Yeah, this like bear spirit sort of appears and flashes into this space as these two arrows find purchase in the Triton, spilling a black ichor from it. The Triton will use half of its movement to sort of get up as it looks for purchase, and it begins to crack its neck a little bit and stretch its arms, but by doing so will rotate both arms so they rotate 360 degrees, breaking bones in socket and breaking another bone as it twists all the way around as this cruel smile appears on its face.
That's gross.
It will,
That is way gross.
It will lunge for Daisy.
Can I ask distances where I'm at in relation to what's going on here?
Sure, I'd say you're about... I'll say you wouldn't have gotten too far away from her. I'll say you're Pax, Flimbin, Stream, and Texas. You are 10 feet away from Zavrin and Daisy. Okay?
Okay.
And the beast was 10 feet away from them as well. So, does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. 10, 10,
Now,
10.
I had placed myself. Nope, I was actually gone to the other side of where the guy was. So am I behind him then at
Yes,
this moment?
I'd say you guys are a little behind him then. He will make a lunge for her. As he lunges forward with a claw, trying to rake out towards her, she will sort of trip backwards and fall in the dirt with him walking towards her. The attack will miss, and seeing that he has not found purchase in her, he will take a swipe at you, Zavrin.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to bend luck.
Okay. This is a 16 to hit.
Okay. Bend luck is going to get a 1d4 penalty on his roll, which is
Okay.
going to make him just miss because my AC was 16, so I'm glad I did that.
Either way, go ahead and give me a D100, my dude. As you reach outward, you guys watch as it looks like he is going to go for Zavrin, and he's within inches of him, but for somehow there's like a shift in the moonlight outside, and Zavrin sort of is backwards outside of his grasp.
37.
37. With that sort of span of moonlight, the moonlight streaks across the area, and there is a as jeez, yep, okay, as 6 flumps appear in the space around you all, looking very confused. And as to why they have entered this new world, and that is your turn. Well, that is the Triton's turn. Zabrin, you're up.
All right. For my turn, I am going to cast a firebolt. Actually, how far away is Daisy now when she stumbled back?
She's still pretty close. She's within 5 feet of this thing, and you're within melee range of him.
Right.
She's probably scrambling back to try to get towards
Right.
Pax as fast as she can.
Yeah, I was going. Then that is what I was checking. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mind spike this guy.
All right.
And I'm going to cast it at. I'll just cast it at regular second level.
Okay.
and that means he needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Is a 5 gonna do it?
Not so much.
No, not with a 2 on the die. Okay.
So he is going to take 3d8 of psychic damage for 16.
16 points of damage.
I will always know his target, his location until the spell ends. He can't be hidden from me even if he is invisible.
Love it.
But it is a concentration spell, and so if I drop concentration, obviously, then,
Perfect. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to activate my my staff.
All right.
And make it fly. And even though it will take I will take. Oh, and I have to roll wild magic on that, don't I?
You do.
A 3. I don't know how you do wild magic, so.
All right. You cast the spell, and the staff begins to float in front of you. Okay.
And I will hop on, and I will take the opportunity attack to fly 30 feet up.
All right. He is definitely going to make that opportunity attack.
Of course he is.
And he reaches for you, and as you as you climb aboard the staff and sort of fly up, as his hand comes up to greet you, one of the flumps in confusion brushes his hand to the side, and he misses and snarls at it as the flumps go skittering off into the night.
And so I am now 30 feet above him.
Correct. Leaving Daisy on the ground by herself.
Leaving Daisy scrambling back.
Yep.
But he has already taken his turn,
Gotcha.
and I know big guy is about to come steaming in.
Perfect. All right,
Yes,
Zabrin, that's your
he
turn.
did.
Texas, what are you doing?
All right. I'm gonna hit this guy with a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Do it.
You want me to just roll it all together? It's two
Please
of them.
roll your attacks and roll your damage with them if you're able to.
So one damage is something say 15, and the other damage is, or the other attack is 16 plus 8, 24.
The 24 hits, the 15 does not.
Okay, and I had the dice match so that you could tell which.
Thank
or
you.
so I could tell which was which. So no, that's a 7. So it's a 7 on the one that hit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action for a bardic inspiration.
What sort of damage is Eldritch Blast? Do you know?
Yeah, I can
Force.
move real quick.
Force?
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, it's 1d10. Yeah, force.
Okay, got it. That's perfect. And you're doing some bardic inspiration, huh?
Yep.
Who are you inspiring?
Sorry?
Who are you inspiring?
Pax.
Pax. Do it.
Eyes are black and he's all beastie, but that Pax can hit so hard. Now he'll hit things even harder, and he'll thank this little bard.
And as that happens, a gout of smoke just leaves my nostrils.
Texas.
So that's a D8.
Yeah, Texas, what a great move. Stream, you're up with Daisy behind you, and then you're up last, Pax.
Okay. I am going to shoot a thorn whip at him because he's not going near the little girl.
I love this. Yeah, what is this, a dex save on his part?
Let me make sure. Let's see. I create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at my command. It's a melee spell attack. So there's no...
Make an attack.
That is a... Oh, wow, there's a +8 to hit. Well, it's a 17 on the die. +8 was just numbers.
Yeah, we're going to go with that hits. 17 plus numbers is real good. His AC is actually 17 plus numbers, so...
Perfect.
This is great.
And that's 2d6.
All right. Roll some damage for me as this thing grabs a hold.
That is 7 points of damage.
Is this piercing damage?
Yes, piercing damage.
Perfect. As that thorn whip sort of lashes outward, a bit of black ichor leaks out from the wound that the thorns puncture into his skin. And Daisy, is going to have to make a little bit of a save here. Daisy scoots backward as this black ichor sort of falls to the ground and begins crawling towards her as it hits the ground and starts moving ever so slowly towards her. But he is currently lashed to the ground and not moving. It is.
So he's prone. Is that what you're telling me?
Does Thorn Whip knock them prone? I believe it holds them in place.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Actually, no. I pull it 10 feet closer to me, so
Is
he's away from Daisy.
Oh, okay.
It's a whip. It's like scorpions come here.
Yeah, get over here.
Yeah, one of those. He
Okay.
comes 10 feet closer to me.
Okay, so she's not even going to have to make that deck save. This is probably very good for her. So he's closer to you now, pal. I'd say he's within, 10 feet from you guys now? Yeah. Cool.
When you say pal, do you mean Pax?
I do mean you, Pax. Daisy is going to jump up and... What is she going to do? She's going to try to hit this guy with a slingshot.
Atta girl.
That's my girl.
She's going to hit.
Was it 17 plus numbers?
No. No.
17 plus numbers is a good roll.
She's got to roll a little higher than that, but that's wow. So yeah, you're gonna watch as Daisy stands up, brushes herself off, and then does a scream that she heard Pax do earlier. She gives a big roar and screams at this thing, pulls out the slingshot and fires, and the tiny pebble will smack it on the side of the head and it'll turn around and growl. As it's turned around, it turns back to see the form of Pax.
And he is
forward.
at me, demon.
Yeah.
And flying through the air, swinging his hammer, nightcap just flowing in the wind.
Bunny slippers ablazing.
And the first attack was a 2.
You do
I'm
have
not even,
inspiration here.
I'm actually going to take the inspiration on this attack.
Okay.
And that's an 8. So that gives me a total of 19 to hit.
That will hit as Texas's
With
song.
a 2 on the die.
A 2 on the die as Texas's songs fill you with an inner fire that burns real bright, the stars at night, deep in the heart of Pax as you swing forward.
Now, let me ask this.
Yes.
Does it have to be a natural 19 for my critical hit?
It has to be a 19 on the die or a 20 on the die.
Oh, okay. Just thought I would check.
No, it's a good check.
That'd be way too easy otherwise.
Yes, it would. Second attack is a 19.
On the die or total?
That's total.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
both of
not
those.
19.
Both of those hit. Roll damage. Roll high.
5
Oh, that's a good idea.
plus
Why didn't I think of
12.
that?
Yeah. That's 17
Right.
total.
17 points of damage total.
Is he still standing?
He's still standing better than he ever did.
I am going to take a action surge.
Okay.
And attack again.
All right. Give me another attack.
15 plus 9. And a 9 plus 9 is an 18. I don't know if an 18 hit.
An 18 just barely hits.
Okay. 7 plus 12. That's going to be 19 total.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Yes. And I'm just like, you don't touch my Daisy. and bash him with the shield as I come around with the hammer and just take his head off with that hammer.
The head flies off, and as it does, there's a look of shock on this creature's face as the hammer comes down and the head sort of flies off into the night, landing on the ground, its eyes returning back to its original state and not the blackened color. As the corpse lies there, a bit of the black liquid flows out from the body.
Fire now.
I hit it with a firebolt.
Yep, firebolt. Yeah, Zavrin, not wasting any time, throws a fire, channeling the arcane energy. I'm not gonna make you roll. I'm not gonna make you roll any sort of wild magic for this. The body ignites, and there is a screaming that seems to come from nowhere as the body catches fire, the liquid catches fire, and you see at 4 other different points surrounding you in the forest catch on fire as well.
Oh.
It's the other
It's
body.
connected.
Yeah, all of the bits of black are connected.
Do we see smoke?
After a bit of time, there is a bit of smoke that seems to rise up from the area until you'd have to see it to believe it, until a small army of birds come by, each one carrying a tiny leaf or container or some sort of acorn, or some of them carrying, it's weird, 2 sparrows carrying a coconut, like each one having and sort of
African or European.
They're on a bombing run.
They're on a bombing run, and sure enough, they put out this fire as this small sort of army of birds, led by one particular blackbird, flies from spot to spot, putting out the fires in the forest.
I will. The one that's closest to us, I'll pull water from the stream with my water ability and help put it out.
Yep.
Do I sense any danger anywhere from anything?
There's one still out there. I just don't know where.
Yeah, give me perception checks as this morning sun begins to creep above.
12 minus 1 would be an 11 for me.
You don't see anything.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Stream, you're a little preoccupied. Your first thought was to get these fires put out and assist with that. As you sort of scope out the area, you do sense some movement. Texas, what did you get?
My perception sucks, but I got a nat 20 with it, so it's a 22.
Yes. The power of the nat 20. Everyone's looking for bad guys. Everyone's sort of looking for this other form that Flinbin sensed, and Daisy has left the group. Daisy has taken off at a full sprint.
Do I notice this?
Into the woods.
Daisy's gone.
You notice it now. Texas points it out as Daisy goes sprinting off into the forest at full
And
speed.
I shout Daisy, and I'm just sprinting after her.
All right, Pax has left the building.
I'm flying after. I get like about 50 feet around. I'll do dash.
Yeah. Flinbin, are you taking off as well?
Actually, I am going to. How far away is
she? She is. I'd say Texas spots her after a dash, so she's 60 feet from where you guys are right now.
Can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
1 second here, Al. Caboose, Bender, I'm wearing bunny slippers of Speedy Dash. I just want to put that out there. I'm just kidding. That's what he said. I'm kidding. No, we're good. Unless you want to give it to me.
I will let you activate the slippers, but I'm not telling you what these magic items do. I will grant you the bunny slippers of Dash, but they will come with a side effect.
I am activating the bunny. I can't pass this one up.
Cool. Okay. Flinbin, what are you doing?
Okay. So I was going to dash as far as I could, which was, that would be 60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, so you just about catch up to where she is.
Then I will use Misty Step to be on top of
You're going to like land on top or just like get in front of her and whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going the 100 feet that my staff will take me, and I'm just trying to catch up and pace her and say, what's your hurry, little one?
Okay. Pax. These bunny slippers were passed down from generation to generation, being promised that one day their true power would be unlocked. And as you race towards this little girl, which has unlocked a portion of your heart you long thought locked to the outside world, the bunny slippers' inherent magic kick in. And you press your feet to the ground and leap into the air, bounding over everyone and landing astride the small, scared girl.
And if I can, I'm sweeping her up into my arms.
A white bearded dragonborn sweeps up Daisy into his arms. He was not sporting a long white whiskered beard before, and you all thought dragonborns growing facial hair was impossible, but now he seems to have a beard. And Zavrin, Flinbin, Pax, Stream, and Texas, as you all get closer to Daisy, go ahead and give me either investigation or perception.
13.
21.
Dirty.
Ooh,
20.
nat 20, which gives me a 20.
Flinbin.
15.
Texas and Flinbin, you're the last ones to see it, but Stream, Zavrin, and Pax, you're close enough that you see, with Daisy's head down as she buries her head into Pax's shoulder, as she comes up, tears streaming her face, her left eye is that same black material that you saw on the Triton, leaving sort of black tear streaks down her face. And she starts rubbing at her face again.
Texas!
Arcana check?
Sure, give me an Arcana check.
Is there anything I can scrape off? Or is it just her eye is...
Her eye is black. Like, there's no pupil there. It's like the same sort of...
I'm going to try. This could be dumb to do. I don't...
18, if it matters.
18? Zavrin, you've never encountered anything like this. In all of your travels, you know of pathogens, both magical and sort of physiological and magical in nature. She's infected. Whatever it is, she was infected. And if it's not fully what infected the Triton, it's partially what infected. Like, it may not have reached full...
Can I intuit that this is why she was rubbing her face earlier and this is why she kept changing the subject on us?
She didn't leave.
As soon as Stream says she didn't leave, Zavrin, you and her put it together. The Never boys did leave, but she didn't make it out. So when the island started to wake up, Daisy was still here. And for whatever reason, Daisy still has a little bit of this in her. Whatever this sickness is, whatever this plague is, like a part of it is still there. And you don't know how. You don't know if it's through sheer force of will, the magic inherent in the island, the magic inherent in this small child who was laughing and playing and throwing mud at you and singing songs with you. You don't know how, but this little girl managed to push it down and has stopped its progress. Yeah, Flinbin.
Can I try something? I don't know if it'll work.
Please. Yeah.
Does it see? I mean, it seems like this infection is like possessing them. It's like possessing the people that it not only like takes them over, but it possesses them, right?
Yes.
Can I?
Yeah.
I would like to try casting protection from evil and good on her.
Okay.
Because if the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, she would have advantage on any new saving throws. I don't know. It's worth a shot. That's all I got.
And I'm going to throw an enhance ability on her for wisdom, because if this thing is trying to possess her, then
because we sense an aberration, so it might be an aberration that is infecting her or possessing her.
Texas, what are you thinking?
I have something to try too, but I don't want to risk interfering with that spell.
No. Let's play this out. So here's what happens. Pax is cradling her as these tears, half of them regular tears and half of them this black liquid, and Flimbin kneels down on the other side of her and puts a hand on her as he casts protection from good and evil. Zavrin will also kneel down, and as he does enhance ability, and you see magic leaving Flimbin and adding to her as Zavrin also lends his magic to her, placing a hand on her shoulder. So how would you like to assist in this endeavor that they're trying to do?
Save her.
The spell I was going to try would be counterproductive to what he is doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait and watch first and observe.
What's the spell you were thinking?
I was going to try dispel magic on that particular effect, but I don't want to risk any sort of dispel magic around what you're doing.
You are able to specify the effect you are looking to dispel. So
right.
it would
But
not.
if he's attacking, if he's trying to deal with just the thing with the eye, I don't want to dispel what he's centering on that spot.
Absolutely. So you place a comforting hand on her shoulder as well, almost as if to inspire her with your presence.
Bardically.
What I'll do is I'll bardically inspire. I'll sing while he's doing that, and then maybe it'll give him some sort of a. I don't know if he's gonna have to roll, but at least he can get inspiration.
She might.
She will.
Yeah, or she has to.
So
I will.
What do you sing to Daisy?
Oh, okay.
Daisy, she's our girl.
Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? And we'll try that.
Aw.
Uh,
I'm also gonna bend luck
Stop
and
crying.
give her. I'm gonna bend luck and give her a D4 as well.
I love it. Stream. Would you like to assist in this?
I would. I know that I was able to pull water from the stream, so I'll just kind of. We were having fun in the snow before, so I'll just like small like snowflakes falling down as we're trying all this stuff.
It's odd that a group of adventurers would come together, and off in the distance, a cave sits with a pool of darkness looking to consume the world. But for a brief moment, none of that matters. As a small child is hurt and needed guardians. And as Pax holds her and just sort of comforts her, and she sort of nuzzles into his chest, the magic of Flimbin allowing her to do one last push to push this darkness away. Zavrin assisting, and the feverish energies of this sickness trying to take hold with Stream's simple, playful attitude, cooling down the feverish sickness that tries to take hold. And Texas's song lulling her into a place of comfort that a child without parents rarely gets. And for a second, 5 adventurers become something that the children of Neverland have never had. They become parents. You know, it's something that we take for granted. It's these kids having someone to pick them up when they get hurt and hold them and tell them everything's going to be okay. And it's something unique to the story of Neverland. And Indigo Chameleon connects. The magic's forming together as you all connect. Whatever spells you bring forward as she...
Nat 20.
Tell me a nat 20.
Jeez. Through luck and the roll of the dice and
right?
inspiration, breaking a 30 count when it comes to wisdom check, the darkness in this small girl evaporates, connecting to the pool of darkness in a cave miles and miles away, evaporating it in the process. Because it's all connected. And she sits up. And she starts like touching at her face frantically. And she points at her eye and she's like, Is it gone? Is it gone? Is it gone?
It's gone.
And
it's gone, little one.
And she just hugs everybody. It's that gleeful like Christmas morning, like she's just a hugging monster. Like she's running around the place and like she hugs everybody and then she runs the horn again and she hugs everybody else and like it's this amazing thing and she's just like she even does the little kid thing, she's just screaming like ah and like running around in circles and it is this pure moment. It is this pure moment, and wherever your backstories took you, wherever you landed in this world for a brief second, you are children again. And there's a part of you that's never going to grow old, because you're going to remember her. And you leave that part of you in Neverland when you go, but it is there forever. And I think you would eventually, the 5 of you, go off and check this cave, and sure enough, you would find no trace of the illness there. And after a while, you would spend one more night with Daisy, and she would almost try to repeat exactly what happened. She would tell stories to you all and throw mud at you and just enjoy being in your presence. But just like all stories in Neverland, the story has to end. And in the morning, a portal would open up, taking you back to the Indigo Chameleon headquarters. And she would run over to a field of wildflowers. And it's the little weeds that little kids find so amusing and so beautiful. And she'd pick 5 of them and run over and put one behind everybody's ear, saving packs for last. And she says, "You know what this means? You're never boys now."
Always.
I'll see you soon, okay?
Definitely.
And she will turn invisible. And
well, before she does that, I'm going to take my nightcap and put it on her head.
And she will wear it. And I think the last thing she does is, as you guys are walking into the portal, is she'll find a piece of wood that looks circular in nature. She'll like haphazardly like take a rock and carve into it, and it's a really quick job. It doesn't look good, but she the last thing you all see is you turn back and look at her praying for just another second for the portal to be open. The last thing you see as the portal closes is Daisy standing at full attention, holding up the sword, holding up her slingshot and holding up a shield with an Indigo Chameleon symbol on it. and her turning to face Neverland, shield at the ready, as the portal closes. Yeah, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode, gang. Well done. You saved a little girl, and in the process, may have saved Neverland for the time being. Thank you all so much for lending your talents and your stories to this amazing adventure. And I think Daisy's adventure is just getting started. And I think the Indigo Chameleon Explorers League is also just getting started as well. So, thank you so much for everybody that tuned in. We still have a giveaway to do. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I
I'm so sorry.
So roll it
Let's go ahead and hey, Meowdith, Legend Hillary, hey everybody,
Legendary Hillary, yes,
love you guys. Wolf, if you want to turn on your camera so everybody can see you, just for that last couple of seconds, you don't have to.
He's like, no.
So I can robot here.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
I don't.
We all teared up. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. We're all, we all cried. It's good.
There we go. Literally running around my room.
She won the giveaway.
Oh, Hillary won.
Yeah.
Legend Hillary. Oh, Hillary, welcome to the club. The second to last coin belongs to you.
Yeah.
So you got the golden ticket. Icky V, Indigo Chameleon, Plaster Dragon, Big Mike, and Wolf Garin. Thank you so much for one of my favorite one-shots I think I've ever told. And I'm so glad that you could all be a part of it. Here at Indigo Chameleon, we always try to connect. And you guys did that in spades. So we love you all. There is always, always, always a spot at the table for you here at Indigo Chameleon. Indigo Connect, and hey, are Indigo Chameleon, Icky V, the Plaster Dragon, Big Mike, and Wolf Garin ever going to stop telling stories? Never. That's right. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.